Happy Friday. Well done. Congrats. You've made it to the end of another week. Another week under our belts, another weekend looming. And I hope you're ready to squeeze all the goodness out of it and enjoy some downtime. Maybe your weekend happens in the middle of the week. Maybe you don't have Saturday and Sunday downtime. Maybe this is you going to work. But either way, I'm back for my lunchtime healthy habits. And today, most of the week has been about mental well-being. Today, it did actually say about holding a plank for a minute, but I'm actually not going to suggest that we hold the plank for the minute. I just want to talk a little bit about planking, the muscle groups and why, and actually show you that you can do it stood and you can do it anytime that you like, and it doesn't have to be feared in the way that everybody thinks. So the plank, it is probably the most used exercise as a punishment. I think people kind of use it as a, oh, how long can you hold it? Oh, if you don't do this, then we're going to make you do a plank. And the plank uses your TVA muscles, your transverse abdominal muscles. These are the deep-rooted muscles that wrap around your spine. They act like a corset. They're responsible for your posture, how you stand, lower back pain, loose tummy muscles, I want to say, and potentially the reason why your tummy doesn't get flatter. Because what we tend to do when we do anything that involves effort is hold our breath and push. And we're pushing through the abdominal wall. And all that happens is, yes, some of the muscles at the front, so the six pack, the rectus, they might get a bit stronger, but actually, and they might get a bit bigger, but they're not going to get flatter. So your transverse muscle, which is what you should be using in plank, is wrapped right around the spine, and all the other muscles are attached. So when you engage that core muscle, the other muscles have no alternative but to move back. When we plank, what tends to happen is you're either on your elbows or on your hands, and regardless of whether or not you can do a full plank or a half plank, the push-up is also very similar. What you tend to do is just use your upper body. You just tend to lift yourself, and you'll get there, but whether or not you've truly recruited your abdominal muscles, you may not be, and then you may decide that, or you may find out that your lower back's hurting, and actually it's not great, and then you get put off, and then you don't plank anymore. So one of the key tips I would like to give you for a strong core, your core is needed for everything we do. It holds our top half to our bottom half. It makes us strong when we run. It stops all of that kind of weakness in that trunk, that band of muscle. So my tip of the day, relax. First of all, it's a little bit tricky because it's back to front breathing. This is a great thing to do if you've never exercised. It's a great thing to do if you exercise regularly, because you might find your breathing isn't quite right. It's a brilliant thing to do if you're postnatal. It's a great way for you to rediscover your core muscles. It's brilliant technique to rehearse and practice when you're doing anything that involves effort, whether it's lifting shopping bags, whether it's lifting small children, whether it's carrying something heavy, whether it's reaching for something and bringing it from a height and down. So this is useful for everyone and everybody. So if you stand with your feet pigeon-toed, I know you can't see my feet, but stand with your feet pigeon-toed. This means that you cannot squeeze your bottom, because what we tend to do when we're doing this stood up is you'll clench your bum instead. So stand with your feet together, and then you can't squeeze your bum. Okay, so you're going to take a breath in through the nose. And as you do, try not to lift the shoulders and try not to lift the diaphragm. Really think about the breath in through the nose. But as you do, expand the rib cage, expand the belly, like you're giving yourself a pot belly. So side on, you'll see your belly move out as you breathe in. As you breathe out like you're blowing out through a straw for as long as you can, so that whatever your lung capacity is. And as you do that blowout, it's good to look on side on in a mirror, you just draw the belly button back to spine as far as you can go, and for as long as that breath out is. And then breathe in through the nose and let the belly expand and breathe out through the mouth and pull the belly back. And that muscle is your core deep muscle, your transverse abdominis, that you can feel helping those muscles to pull back, which is what we should be doing when we're in a plank. That exercise we've just done, as I say, can be done anywhere. It's lovely to do in tabletop position. So with your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, where you breathe in and let the belly hang down, and you breathe out and you watch the belly lift up, but without any movement in the back. So you're not kind of moving the back forward and back. It literally is that belly move. So the same thing would happen when you're lifting. So you breathe in through the nose before you do an exercise, and as you breathe out, you're really engaging. It's what when I say engage abs switched on, belly button back to spine, tight abs. It's that we're doing. So we're protecting the spine, but also we're utilizing that deep muscle that helps you stay strong for life, really, as in functional, just to do stuff. Nothing to do with exercise, just to do stuff, just to do all the things that you want to do in your daily life. So have a play with that. That is about the plank. When you decide that you want to do a plank, I'm sure you want to do loads today. When you decide, or when you are next doing a plank, rather than just utilizing those elbows to push up, off and out of the floor, use your knees and just peel. So think about that breath. Make that happen first. Breathe out, peel the belly button, peel the hip, peel the thighs, rest on the knees, and see how that feels, lifting yourself into that half plank position, utilizing that breath and ab mechanic. Anyway, a couple of you seemed like you were watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. I hope these are helpful. I'll be back on Monday. I'll be in the hub at 7. I'll be on this page at 7:15. I'll be back here again at 12:30. Classes are as normal. I have a glider abs masterclass next Thursday evening. So if you've got nothing better to do in lockdown and you fancy cozy evening at home, working those abs, feeling those abs in a very different way, then my masterclass is at 6:30. If you can't make it, don't worry. The recording's available for 7 days afterwards, but you just need to book on to let me know that you wanted that recording. If you want to do it live with me, it's in Facebook, in a very private Facebook group. So thanks very much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care.